Sup nerds, I'm CuppaJoey and welcome back to another episode of r/onejob and r/notmyjob, where these people were unable to do the one job that they were supposed to do, or was it a simple case of them going, I'm not paid enough for this, I'll let you be the judge. This word can't stop me because I can't read! Seriously, it says fragile. Like, the fact that it's broken across where it says fragile is just like adding insult to injury as well. Stop, four-way stop. It took me a while to read this. At first I was thinking like, stop, so like you stop and then you like, straight afterwards you have to do another break. You just creep forwards a little bit and break, just to make damn sure you stop twice. But what it seems like is that the first one, this is a special dogging spot. Clearly, you gotta stop, have a quick orgy, then once you're done, stop again, check for oncoming traffic, move on. It makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Ah, yes, perfect. Just leave one lane completely free, and then the other lane just, send people crashing head-on into each other. That's just the perfect way to label these freaking stairs. I mean, I don't know how that mistake gets made. There's clearly a template there. They did another tiny arrow, like a couple down on the second flight. Well, the lower half of the flight. This is just a mess. I don't want to look at this anymore. Ah, yes, the ATM for giants. Because, just because Thurk, crashed down another city doesn't mean that he can't, pop his massive club over his shoulder, go along to the next city, and then, take out some money for a nice Italian meal later. I love the fact that this guy is trying to get money. I want to know how tall he is, because, I'm a small guy. I'm small in terms of height, large in terms of chubbaliciousness. He's like, so I would have absolutely no help with this. And like, how are you supposed to see the screen to even know what you're getting at, or if you got your pin in right? Like, how is this supposed to make any money? There's just so much about this that's broken. But just the way it's trying to lead up, really, it tickled me. Yep, that's it. You've got the lines for the basketball court perfect. It doesn't really matter where the basket actually is. It doesn't matter if it's at all remotely centered. Just draw on the lines and hope for the best. There's no way this could ruin any basketball game that anybody's going to play, for God's sake. And I used to play, I know I'm freaking tiny, but I used to play basketball when I was at school. Oh God, this would have driven me mental. Someday, everything will be recyclable. Until then, let's sort it out together. Thanks. So you got your recycling side on the left there, and your landfill side on the right there. But hang on, if this person can put their hand through, then surely that means that everything is just going straight to landfill. Now, this actually caused quite a bit of controversy, because people were looking at this and saying, well, the problem is that, clearly it's just because you've put your hand under the lid, that if you remove it, then you will see that there are actually two separate bags, one for recycling and one for landfill. And the thing is that there was so many arguments. I had a good look at this post, and I got linked to a previous post that was on there, because so many people were calling this out as being fake and saying that it's not my job or one job or whatever. They're just, you're just not seeing it from the right angle. Well, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, when they proved the skeptics wrong. So when we have a look at the next picture, they actually then pick up the lid, lift it up, and boom, underneath you can see, yep, it is all one bag, all going straight to landfill, absolutely no recycling being done here whatsoever. So they did actually ask the Starbucks employee, because, we figured out it's Starbucks from the freaking mermaid. They did actually talk to the Starbucks employee and said, hey, what's up, why aren't you separating the bin? And they actually came back with saying, so many people put it in the wrong one and just don't care and just put it in anything anyway, so there really wasn't any point in recycling at all, which is really quite upsetting when you can see in there's clearly quite a lot of paper that definitely could be recycled. Again, I'm not going to blame. What the hell kind of word is that? Emblame. It's like embiggened. It's so, well, anyway, emblame is a perfectly cromulent word. Leave me alone. But, rather than, I think I was thinking about emblazoned. But anyway, right, moving on from my frick up. I'm not going to blame the employee because, again, Starbucks employees deal with so much crap. They get abuse from customers all the time. They don't get paid enough and all that stuff. So, I'm not going to blame them. This is just somebody who isn't being paid enough to really properly care about their job and is probably having to deal with far more crap than they really should. This is definitely on the shoulders of the people that own Starbucks as opposed to the employees that, are getting paid peanuts. We proudly accept Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and Amex. To delete credit card companies that you don't use, please place your cursor behind the logo of the company you don't use and press delete from 1 to 3 times until that logo disappears. Then delete these instructions. Well, somebody didn't read the last sentence. And that's paper as well. Like you can tell that that's been printed. It's not on a screen. At first I thought that this was a screen. I just realised it's printed. That's unfortunate. This is what happens when when you've either got underpaid people or boomers doing the technological stuff. Then again, I would have no idea how to make something like this, and I'm a damn millennial ruining the world. So there you go. Did you install the drain? Oh yeah, I got it. So there's going to be like a 1-inch layer of water when you've done showering. You're going to love it. Whoever installed this had to be a professional. How did they not know that water doesn't go up? It doesn't go against gravity. Try drugs. Good advice. I mean, to be fair, like the name of the shop is Town and Country Drugs, which just makes me think, like, what's the difference between the town drug and the country drug? Like, is it like, here in the town we have our traditional drugs? Like, I mean, and then you got the fancy manufactured ones in the country. Oh, no, wait, no. I'm getting town and country the wrong way around. I was thinking town and city. I'm an absolute mess. I don't know what's going on. No, but like, so the country ones like homegrown drugs, and then the town ones are like all the fancy manufactured ones. Is this like a dope versus MDMA kind of shop? Can you get both in there? No wonder they're telling us to try drugs. Instructions: choose the best answer. Oh, that'll be A, good evening. I always wake up first thing in the evening when the sun is high in the sky. Yeah, I installed the fan. Yeah, don't worry. Right on the ceiling, exactly as you want it. I can hear this picture. I look at it and I can just hear the freaking scraping against the walls. This is freaking hurts to look at. You know what caused this fork in the road? For God's sake, I'm sorry. I'll hang up my comedy apron. That was terrible. I understand if you will unsubscribe for that one. I mean, how? Well, I mean, I really like how precise it is. Like the fork didn't move at all while it was being painted. It makes me wonder how it actually happens this way, because I know that a lot of it is done with this like vroom vroom paint drippy thing. I forgot the word for vehicle. Oh my god, just. But yeah, I mean, a whole freaking fork, that's something. Does that mean that somebody had to go outside and find their fork, only to see it covered in yellow paint as well? So this one doesn't seem all too bad without the context. It seems like the standard photo that you would get from the delivery driver when they confirm that they have left it at your place. However, the sign in French with the big arrow is basically saying the main door is on the side, this is not the main door, please go there. So it was dropped off in the wrong place and it was stolen 20 minutes later. Again, I mean, Amazon keeps freaking popping up because, the workers there aren't doing their jobs properly because they're, I wouldn't do my job properly if I worked for Amazon. I wouldn't be paid anywhere near enough to do a proper job. Let's face it, I'd probably be so exhausted I'd be fired after the first freaking week. But, I mean, when it's just around the corner. Yes, this is just some tiles of the set, post the French Revolution. This is just one of those extreme form of guillotines where they took off like half of the torso instead of just the head. I mean, again, it's one of those, how did this happen, or was it just going wrong and then they thought, oh, sod it, she could be like sideways. Also, like the, I mean, you can't really see that well, but it looks like the tiles just to the right, like there are clearly some different pictures on the tiles. Like the ones to the right look cut off as well. I don't know if this is deliberate now. This could be like one of those, I don't know, like quirky things in inverted commas, but it she does look guillotined to heck. Oh no. Ah yeah, don't worry, the bed's sorted out. Oh no, you don't want to be advertising the Baby Adolf collection. This is just grim. Bought this at a kiosk, so inspirational. Oh yeah. Oh, you got your text here and sample text, the two quotes that everybody should live their life by. It's like in that, it's in that really uncool, like, graffiti font as well. Like, do you remember when, like, as a kid, you get those, like, lucky bags, and they'd all have those, like, that kind of font all over it, with, like the number 2 instead of TO. Like, too cool. See you let 8 you know, like with the number. That's how you knew it was cool. In this exact font where you'd also get a colouring book and some sweets. It's such a childish one, sorry. And the fact that it actually made it to a kiosk with sample text over it. How did this get printed and how did it end up for sale? Holds up to £1,000, displayed with £810. Can it though? Can it? Are we really seeing evidence of how much it could hold? I mean, it couldn't even hold me. So I mean, if it can't hold £810, then you know I've got no chance on this freaking thing. Oh, that's just sad though. That's like, you know, the fact that it's underlined. Oh dear. Oh come on! This can't have been done by the person that, you know, is employed to do it. This is clearly. I mean, I'm so sure that the machine that does the little chalk thing across got, you know, left, and some kid, you know, went on it and went round and round or something. I mean, this is like the field of some posh school, right? I mean, this place looks posh as heck, let's be real. I mean, who has that kind of field space? You know, you can see the road. I mean, this kind of looks like the UK as well. I'm not too sure it's got that kind of greenery to it. But yeah, I'm sure that this was just a kid mucking about. Yes, I have seen this one on, like, mildly infuriating and all of that. I can see why it bothers people. Essentially, what has happened is somewhere up, or maybe even from the beginning, but it's hard to tell from the beginning, they have swapped to slightly thinner planks on the left than they did on the right, which is why it just stops lining up after a while. This doesn't bother me that much. I mean, it seems nice and smooth. It's not like you're going to be walking around staring at whether or not the planks line up. Mildly infuriating, I get, because it would be the kind of, oh, if only that was lined up right, yeah. But one job or not my job? No, they've done a perfectly good job. It's a nice deck. Stop ripping on this guy's deck. You know, it seems alright. It's, you know, and as long as the foundation's there, who cares? Well, Reddit apparently. Yeah, put the Skittles and the M&Ms in the machine. Now we just need the kid to pop in a £1 coin and they'll definitely get the sweets out. What kind of a monster mixes in M&Ms and Skittles anyway? That just sounds like a horror show. Even maybe it's better off in the packet. Honestly, who can consider this refilled? The suggested retail price for these shoes is $120, but our price is $119.99. We just keep delivering the bargains every day. Why even advertise that? Why even freaking advertise that? You might as well just say, yeah, we're selling them for the RRP. I mean, they're even talking about abolishing pennies because they're so worthless in the way that halfpennies got abolished before. Why is this? This isn't selling anything. Then again, they do say that people who see the 99 do subconsciously think it is quite a bit cheaper and then will buy it, which is why they sell it for whatever 99. But you can't just put the suggested retail right next to it. Well, that's it for this episode of r/onejob and r/notmyjob. I actually had to say I do admire the levels of laziness that some of these pictures reach to. And as I say at the end of every video, if you enjoyed hearing from these subreddits or would like to hear from any other subreddit, then do let me know in the comments. And also feel free to email me any stories that you may have. I would love to read them out. And until then, I'll see you all next time.